Hello and welcome. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha TV. I'm your host, Rajat. Let's have a look at the top headlines. All eyes on Karnataka Speaker, who will take a call on the alliance and the government. Two independent also withdraw support to coalition government, even as minister resigned. BJP to hold protest seeking Kumaraswamy's resignation. General discussion on union budget slated in Parliament. Rajya Sabha to begin discussion today. External Affairs Minister S. Shankar, UAE Foreign Minister, hold talks to strengthen counter-terror efforts, exchange views on trade, investment, energy and security. Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed to call on Prime Minister Modi today. Efforts to increase farmers' income. Agriculture Minister Tomar tells state to expedite beneficiary list under PM Kisan for faster implementation. And in cricket, India plays its big semi-final ICC World Cup match today against New Zealand at Old Trafford. Amid likelihood of rain, Virat Kohli says team is confident and ready. Let's have a look at news in details. As JDS Congress coalition government in Karnataka fights to survive, Legislative Assembly Speaker K.R. Ramesh Kumar will today take a crucial decision on resignation of rebel 13 MLAs. The rebel MLAs are expected to meet Speaker today morning. Meanwhile, the coalition government is at verge of losing the majority if Speaker accepts the resignation of 13 MLAs. 13 descendant MLAs are currently staying back at an undisclosed location in Mumbai. The crisis began on Saturday when 13 MLAs, 10 from the Congress party and 3 from JDS, including ministers, quit voluntarily to induct dissidents into the cabinet. Things got worse for the government on Monday with 2 ministers and independent MLAs. H. Nagesh and R. Shankar resigned and withdrew the support to the coalition, also expressing willingness to extend support to BJP in case if it stakes claim to form the government in Karnataka. On a hectic day of political activities, Congress leaders held a meeting. At the end of the meeting, the party said all its 21 ministers resigned voluntarily to enable a reshuffle of the cabinet and make way for the disgruntled legislatures. Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy also put up a brave face, saying his government will stay.
That issue will solve it, don't worry.
Government will run smoothly.
It will run.
Anyway, Congress party will strongly face this situation. We are strongly believing the strength of the party in Karnataka, and we are still confident this government will continue.
The ministers voluntarily resigned to their ministership to make way for others to be accommodated.
Well, amidst the development, the BJP has demanded immediate resignation of Kumaraswamy, saying his government was in minority. The state BJP unit will also hold protests statewide today.
Tomorrow, almost all the district headquarters, our workers will protest because the Congress and JDS lost the majority. So CM should resign immediately. That is our intention. That is the people aspiration also. When he lost the confidence, they have no moral right to conduct the business and assembly also.
The JDS Congress coalition's strength after Nagesh and Shankar withdrawing their support is 116. Besides the Speaker, with the support of 2 independents, the BJP has 107 MLAs in 224-member House. If resignations of the MLAs are accepted, the coalition tally will be down to 104. The Speaker also has a vote. Let's have a look at some top headlines from the current session in the Parliament. And both houses of Parliament will discuss union budget today. While the general discussion on the union budget will begin in Rajya Sabha, the lower house will continue the discussion which began yesterday. The opposition on Monday criticized union budget in Lok Sabha for its distinctive misses and questioned the hike in fuel price, but BJP described it as a roadmap to achieve the US $5 trillion economy. Initiating the debate on union budget presented last week, Congress leader Shashi Tharoor said it did not address key issues facing the economy and farm distress.
प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना बढ़ाया है सिर्फ 17%, a marginal increase of 17%, और डीजल सब्सिडी जो देना चाहिए जब बारिश की कमी है इन रेनफॉल डेफिसिट एरियाज, वो सिर्फ आप 70 करोड़ दे दिए हैं। और ये सब आप जानते हैं कि ये सब हो रहा है जब देश की कई इलाकों में सीवियर ड्राउट चल रहे हैं।
हम लोग $5 ट्रिलियन का जो लक्ष्य है उसे पूरा करेंगे, और मैं पूरे विश्वास से कह भी सकता हूं कि ये जो $5 ट्रिलियन का लक्ष्य है ये तो हम लोग हासिल करेंगे ही, लेकिन ये जो बजट है, ये बजट ने जो नींव खड़ा की है, जो नींव बनाई है, उससे 5 ट्रिलियन नहीं, हम $10 ट्रिलियन की भी इकोनॉमी हासिल करने वाले हैं।
Well, for more on what is expected in the parliament today, we're joined by correspondent Kriti Mishra from Vijay Chowk. Kriti, thanks for joining us. What is that expected today currently, given Rajya Sabha will take up discussion on the budget?
Well, Rajya, the government has said that it is aiming to make India a $5 trillion economy by the year 2024, and in the budget it laid down 10-point agenda or 10-point vision to actually achieve that goal. It is talking about zero budget farming. It is talking about investing 100 lakh crore in infrastructure. It is also talking about kick-starting the virtuous circle of investment, both domestic and international. It also has aim and focus to truncate the fiscal deficit target to 3.3% from the estimated earlier, the 3.4% fiscal deficit target in the interim budget. So the government has a hard task cut out, and it has actually unveiled all its plan to achieve its goal. So in the Rajya Sabha today, we'll have a discussion, the general discussion on the budget, and also it is very pertinent to mention here, Rajat, the first half of the Rajya Sabha and the productivity that we are witnessing in the upper house. Remember, almost all the zero-hour submissions are taken up, even special mentions are taken up, and members do not only lay the special mentions but also are able to read them, as well as all start questions are almost taken up in the house. So even in the first half, the productivity is fairly high, and today we expect this important discussion on budget. Rajat?
Right, Kriti, thanks for joining us and shedding a light on the latest development inside the Parliament. Now, moving on to another important story from the Parliament. Parliament on Monday passed an amendment bill which allows voluntary use of Aadhaar as proof of identity for users to open bank accounts and get mobile phone connections. Information Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad moved the bill for consideration and passage in the upper house. He assured the House that use of Aadhaar is voluntary and informed consent of the biometric identity holder has to be obtained before it's used. The Aadhaar and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2019 was passed by Rajya Sabha by voice vote. The bill, which provides for a stiff ₹1 crore penalty and a jail term for private entities violating provisions on Aadhaar data, was already passed by Lok Sabha on July 4th. The amendments provide for use of Aadhaar number for KYC authentication on voluntary basis under Telegraph Act 1885 and the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002.
2.88 करोड़ ऑथेंटिकेशन हम रोज करते हैं सर, और सर ये इतना सेफ एंड साउंड है, जो नए मेंबर ने बात कही सर, बैंक के लिए सर 256 बिट इंक्रिप्शन है, आधार के डाटा के लिए सर 2048 बिट इंक्रिप्शन है, मतलब ये कभी टूटेगा नहीं, ये इतना सेफ एंड सिक्योर है। जब भी लॉ बनता है सर, तो लॉ में हम कोर बातों को रखते हैं, डिटेल्स को रखते हैं। इस मामले में अगर अथॉरिटी ने किसी ऐसे एंटिटी को परमिट कर दिया जो गलत है, कोर्ट में चैलेंज होगा, ये तो प्रावधान होगा ही होगा। लेकिन रेगुलेशन में इस नॉर्म के आधार पर रेगुलेशन बनेगा, और ये मैं हाउस को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि नियम बहुत ही स्पष्ट है कि द रेगुलेशन मस्ट नॉट ट्रैवल बियॉन्ड द मैंडेट ऑफ लॉ, And the mandate is clause 5, the 4 as I outlined, sir.
Members from several political parties in Rajya Sabha participate in discussion.
As somebody rightly said, data should be of the people, by the people, for the people. This bill, unfortunately, is certainly data of the people, but for the government and private entities, and by an act of Parliament.
The Parliament has also passed Dentist Amendment Bill 2019 with Rajya Sabha approving it on Monday. The bill was passed by Lok Sabha on July 3rd. The bill seeks to make Dental Council of India more effective and make changes in clauses relating to its membership and that of state councils. The bill will help reduce redundancy by restricting the dental councils. The representation of central government members and elected members would no longer be made mandatory in dental councils as per new legislation.
This is, in fact, I thought I must brief the members that National Oral Health Program, National Oral Health Care, this is very much a part of our policy, and already in 2012, the Indian Public Health Standards have prescribed oral health care services in various public health facilities of the country, and they have laid down norms, what is going to be at the sub-center, what's going to be at the primary health center, what's going to be at the community health center, what's going to be there at the sub-district hospital and also at the district hospitals. 48.
Passed by a voice vote, got support from all sections of the House cutting across the party line.
Like this bill, I urge the central government to bring another bill giving exemption to dentistry from NEET examination. This is my humble submission. Thank you.
In Odisha, what we have done is, in almost all the community health centers, CSCs, we have posted the dental surgeons, sir. So my suggestion would be, so more and more dentists should come out. But one problem is, number of private colleges are growing up, and they charge high rate of fees for admission of students. Government should take care of that. I support this.
New colleges, it is without any infrastructure facilities and that all. Urgent measures should be taken to ensure quality of dental education, including closure of those institutions which do not have minimum required facilities.
Thank you. Today, when you are doing right thing of taking away the B to A, what we must do is the cracks must not only be removed, but this kind of a practice also must be curbed. So the doctors who are lending their name to these cracks must be penalized.
Time for a very short break. Keep watching Rajya Sabha TV for more. Welcome back to Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha TV. Moving on, BJP's parliamentary party is slated to take place today. All senior leaders, including Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, will attend the meet. The meeting is expected to discuss several important issues. This is the second meeting of the BJP parliamentary party after Modi government came back in general elections. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar on Monday asked states to make efforts to increase crop remuneration by helping farmers and reducing input cost, increasing production and promoting exports. Addressing the State Agriculture Ministers' conference, Tomar added, farming can become profitable if small and marginal farmers were given access to technological solutions and research. Tomar also asked states for fast implementation of Rs 87,000 crore PM Kisan scheme to boost farmers' income and urged them to send the list of beneficiaries at the earliest. Apart from PM Kisan, Tomar asked states for better implementation of other schemes such as Soil Health Card, Kisan Credit Card, crop insurance and organic farming.
5 वर्ष में किसान की आमदनी कम से कम दोगुनी हो, इस लक्ष्य को लेकर केंद्र और राज्य सरकारें काम करें तो निश्चित रूप से हम लक्ष्य प्राप्ति में सफल होंगे। केंद्र प्रवर्तित योजनाओं का ठीक प्रकार से और 100% क्रियान्वयन हो जाए, यह राज्य सरकारों की कोशिश लगातार रहती है, लेकिन इसमें और तेज गति बढ़ाने की आवश्यकता है। लेकिन अब ये जो आंकड़े और लोगों किसानों के नाम आना है, इनकी गति अभी उतनी नहीं है जितनी अपेक्षा है। पैसा रखा हुआ है, पैसा किसानों के खाते में जाने के लिए तैयार है, किसी प्रकार की कोई बाधा नहीं है। अगर राज्य सरकारें आगे बढ़कर सारे नाम भेज देंगी तो ये 87,000 करोड़ रुपया किसान की आय में बढ़ोतरी करने के काम आएगा। इस कार्यक्रम को भी हम सब लोगों को द्रुत गति से बढ़ाने की आवश्यकता है।
Union External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Monday held talks with his UAE counterpart Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed and discussed ways to boost cooperation in key fields such as counterterrorism, security and energy. The two leaders discussed bilateral issues relating to trade and investment, defense and security, energy security, counterterrorism and people-to-people contacts. The UAE minister who arrived in India on Sunday night will call on Prime Minister Modi and participate in business roundtable today. Sheikh Abdullah's visit comes at a time of the issue of energy security is high on India's agenda due to a situation arising out of US sanctions on importing oil from Iran. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held a customary post-budget meeting with RBI board on Monday. RBI Governor Shaktikant Das said the central bank will discuss issuance of overseas sovereign bonds with government. Das welcomed the budget provision of Rs 70,000 crore towards bank capitalization. He also said that the process of rate cut transmission has been expedited.
इस मुद्दे पर प्रत्येक चर्चा नहीं हुई, मगर इसका जिक्र तो हुआ है और इसका जिक्र इस कारण हुआ है कि रिजर्व बैंक मानते हैं कि उसमें वो उनके ड्यूटी निभाएंगे और उसके पीछे वाले कारण यही है कि रेगुलेशन के विषय में हम मानते हैं कि रिजर्व बैंक इज बेटर equipped to handle and therefore सरकार की ओर से उसको रिजर्व बैंक को सौंपा गया।
के ऊपर इम्पैक्ट जो है वो ट्रांसमिशन में टाइम लगता है और अभी मॉनिटरी पॉलिसी कमेटी अगले महीने फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ अगस्त में मॉनिटरी पॉलिसी कमेटी मीटिंग है और आवर इंटरनल टीम जो है वो उसको असेस करेंगे, लेकिन ट्रांसमिशन में इट टेक्स एंड इट्स अ वेरी मार्जिनल इंक्रीज ऑल्सो, सो देयरफॉर इट्स नॉट एज इफ नेक्स्ट डे जो है मतलब इट विल गेट रिफ्लेक्टेड इन इन्फ्लेशन, सो देयर इज अ टाइम लैग and this is a matter which our internal research team will assess.
Now, rain lashed several parts of the country on Monday, disrupting normal life. Intermittent heavy rain lashed some parts of Mumbai and its suburbs last night. Met Department has said that heavy rain is likely to occur in the city and its suburbs in next 24 hours. The Mumbai police have urged people to take precautions and ensure safety. In Delhi, a few parts of the city saw rains on Monday, while other parts experienced overcast condition, which was overall a humid day across the city. Rain also occurred in parts of Rajasthan, with Mangliabas in Ajmer recording a maximum of 8 centimeters rainfall. Weatherman has predicted light to moderate rain for the next 24 hours. Many parts of Himachal Pradesh received light to very heavy rainfall in past 24 hours. Uttar Pradesh has been experiencing widespread rain for past 24 hours. Met Department has predicted heavy to very heavy rains in next 2 days. Chandigarh received 29.1 millimeters of rain, bringing respite to residents from hot and humid weather conditions. In Arunachal Pradesh, heavy rain has disrupted normal life at many places. Landslide and flash floods triggered by torrential rains have also caused traffic to stand still in many parts of the district. And in cricket, India will take on New Zealand today in first semi-final of the ICC World Cup at Old Trafford, England. After providing their dominance in league stage, the Ben in Blue will look to brush aside the Kiwis, who started off the campaign in style but have suffered 3 defeats in the last 3 games. India have already played 2 games at Old Trafford and won both comfortably after batting first. Weather, however, can play a spoilsport in the game as light rains is predicted today. But unlike league matches where matches were abandoned and points were shared, the ICC has kept a reserve day for semi-final matches. The match starts 3 p.m. India time.
I think decision making will be crucial, and both teams are experienced enough to have played these games. New Zealand was in the finals last time, and they know how to play knockout games. They've had a wonderful World Cup again, so the quality side. But yeah, on the day, whichever team is more brave in being calculative, I think that team stands a better chance to win. So yeah, we understand that combination. We've made it to a lot of knockout games and finals. So it's up to both the teams to bring their A game, and then whoever handles pressure better is the team that's going to come out on top. And we certainly are looking forward to doing that.
Well, that's it in Breakfast News. Keep watching Rajya Sabha for more national and international stories as well as development in the Parliament throughout the day. Thank you.